What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, making their debut on the channel tonight, we have Behemoth. Yes, indeed. How about that? Behemoth making their debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Zelg Kopitar, and Zelg wanted to see me react to this song. It is Behemoth putting their spin on the 9 Inch Nails song, Wish. Now, have I heard this song before? Full disclosure, yes. Yes, I have. I have heard the original 9 Inch Nails song, Wish. I've heard it a bunch of times. I'm actually a big fan of the song. One of my favorite songs by 9 Inch Nails. So yes, I am very familiar with the song. However, I've never heard Behemoth do it. So this is how it's gonna go. I will not be reacting to, evaluating, or scoring the original song in any way, shape, or form. I'm very familiar with the original song. Like I said, it's one of my favorite 9 Inch Nails songs. So it doesn't make sense, and it wouldn't be honest for me to sit here and lie to you guys and say, oh, I've never heard this before. Yes, I have, okay? So yes, I've definitely heard the original. I will only be reacting to, evaluating, and scoring the cover that Behemoth does with this song. What do they do with it? Do they play it the exact same, note for note, beat for beat, tone for tone, exactly like the original? Or do they put their own spin on it and make it theirs? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see and watch the video and find out. This was posted by Behemoth, okay? And the video has 7,325 views. Not gonna get you there. Sorry. No, look, I'm sure it's fine, okay? I'm sure the song is fine. I'm sure the video is fine. I'm just saying, you know, 7,325 views, it's not gonna get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Wish. That's all I got. I got some album cover work from the looks of it here. I believe it says Behemoth, so I'm going to assume we're in the right place. This is the link I was given, so if this isn't correct, don't blame me. Blame the requester. It's not my fault. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Significantly faster than the original.
This is the first day of my last day. I've been up now, take apart, climb up really high, and go down the fall. No need for me to stay, I've been left and just to win the way. I put my fighting out and trust in you, there's nothing more, fuck how I can go. Wish there was something real, wish there was something
nice. They stick with the halftime fun.
Wish there was something real in this world full of you. Well, I'm the one without a soul, I'm the one with different fucking out. No need to tell, ready for this on my way to hell. Gonna listen to your big Same hotline back like big fuck. Does it bring you having all the fun? You know we are everyone. Wish there was something real, wish there was something down. Wish there was something real in this world now. I want to, but I can't take it.
Okay.
I want to, but I can't take it.
It's a great cover. It's a great cover. Is it the best cover I've ever heard of the song? It may be. It might be the best cover I've heard of this song, actually. Now, I'm thinking about it, and I've heard a few. And I'm trying to think if there's any one of them that stand out significantly being better than this. And none come to mind. This might be the best cover I've heard of this song. I'm so glad they went to the halftime feel. I really am there on the chorus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not that there's anything wrong with what they're doing in the verses. There's nothing wrong with it. But if they were to have maintained that same straight time feel through the chorus, I don't know if I'd be as big a fan. I'm glad that they stuck to the format. Now, obviously, the biggest change of them, and the biggest example of them putting their spin on it, their feel on it, is the tempo. This is significantly faster than the original. So, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. Descending chordal progression. No. We didn't get that. I was looking forward to that descending line at the end. Da 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 da. I was really looking forward to hearing how heavy they could have made that. Bummer. But interesting putting a guitar solo in the end there. That was interesting. Huh. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. The question, I guess, is how much did I enjoy it? That I'm going to need to think about. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Behemoth with their rendition of the Nine Inch Nails song, Wish. This was a request from Zelg Kopitar. Okay, I thought about it. And I had to think about it for a lot longer than I thought I was going to have to. I thought I was going to have to spend like maybe 5 minutes tops. No, how much time did I spend? I spent 13 minutes debating over this. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I took the extra time, and I'm really glad I really came up with a score that I feel is more than fair for this song. Before I give my score, please keep in mind, I am very familiar with the original song, the original Nine Inch Nails song, Wish. So I'm not taking the songwriting into account when it comes to the original song. The original song, to be perfectly honest with you, really has no sway whatsoever on my score here. I am basing my score completely on what Behemoth did. What did they do to the song? Did they play the song note for note, tone for tone, beat for beat, exactly like the original, or did they take liberties? And if those liberties were taken, were they good liberties, or were they bad liberties? You know, that's what I'm evaluating here, not the original. The original has no bearing on this whatsoever. Having said that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.4. Yep, 8.4. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
As covers go, this was one of the better covers I have heard for Wish. Okay, I've heard a few. I haven't heard too many. You'd be surprised. I mean, how few bands actually cover Wish. One of the songs I think has the most potential to be covered by metal bands. But I have heard a few. I've heard like 5 or 6, and this makes like 7 now. And I can honestly say, out of all the Wish covers I've heard, this is definitely one of the better ones. I would put it up probably top 3 easily. As far as covers in general, I'm also willing to go as far as to say this is one of the better covers I've heard. I've heard a bunch of covers. I love covers. And one of the reasons why I'm giving Behemoth such a great score is the fact that they did not play the song note for note, beat for beat, tone for tone, exactly like the original. They put their own spin on it in several places. First things first, the tempo. A breakneck speed tempo. I thought that was fantastic. It was definitely different. When I heard them going at that tempo, I was like, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting, and I absolutely dug it. The fact that they did not do the descending line at the end, I thought about it. And I'm not thrilled about the fact that they took that descending line. Down, down, that descending line. They took that out, and that's one of the highlights of the song for me. But I see the reasoning, and the reasoning is because they put a guitar solo in at the end rather than do the vocals that like Trent Reznor did at the end. They put that in instead. Interesting. It's an interesting take. I may not be the biggest fan of it because I simply like hearing that descending line, but I like how they put a guitar solo in, and they put it in my honest opinion, out of the entire song, they put it in the best spot. So it's good. It's good. It's hard for me to say this, but I'm glad they did that. I really do miss that descending line. The drumming on this was outstanding. If I'm being honest here, I think the drumming was the highlight for me. During that bridge section, or some people will call it a breakdown. I call it a bridge. Where everybody kind of comes down a little bit. I was really intrigued by the drum pattern. A lot of skin work. Hardly any cymbals at all. It was like dominant skin work. I would say like 95% skin work. And I am here for that all day long. The pattern that he was coming up with on the toms and the kick, absolutely dug it. Absolutely dug it. It was fun, man. That was seriously one of the highlights of the song for me. Vocally, I think he did a really good job. I kind of miss Trent Reznor's vocals on this, if I'm being honest. But what he did was unique. It was different, and it sounded really good to the overall product. So can't be too upset with it. To be honest with you, I'm not really upset about anything in this, other than the missing the descending line at the end. I'd still miss it, but I am glad they put a guitar solo in. No, listen, this was a great cover. It did everything I looked for. They put their own spin on it. They made the song their own. And they didn't sit there and try to create a carbon copy and sound exactly like Nine Inch Nails. I've heard bands do that before, and no offense to those bands, but there's only one Nine Inch Nails. You know, good luck trying to sound like them, or him, depending on your point of view. Now, I like the fact that they took the song and made it their own. They put their own flavor on it. They put their own spin on it. And I can absolutely appreciate that. I love it when bands do that. You're going to see 99% of the time when it comes to doing covers, when bands do that and they make the song their own and they put their own flavor on it, they put their own spin on it, and they do a great job of it, you're always going to hear me say that I really appreciate what they did and I enjoyed it. You know, it's rare when bands do that and it's like, oh, why'd you do that? Oh, God. Now, I have heard some covers that, you know, listen, I'm all in favor of taking off on a tangent and making the song your own. I'm all in favor of that. But listen, when you take a tangent to another tangent to another tangent to a completely different tangent, loop back around through time and space and go through a completely different tangent, now you're getting a little too far out there to the point where the song is not recognizable. And when that happens, you lose me. You really do. They never did that. Was it a faster tempo? Yes. Was it a different feel? Yes. Did it sound a little different? Yes. I dug it. I dug the approach on this. And that's why I'm giving it a great score of 8.4. Now, there may be some new people to the channel who are big Behemoth fans, and they've never seen the channel before, and they're wondering right now, what is an 8.4? Is that a good score or is that a bad score? It's neither. Believe it or not, an 8.4 by definition is a great score. If you don't believe me, that's okay. Take a look down below in my scoring system chart. You can scroll down a little bit, you'll find it, it's right there. Look at what it says for 8.0 to 8.9. What does that say? It says great. It doesn't say bad, it doesn't say terrible, it doesn't say horrible, it doesn't say okay or pretty good or really good. No, it says great. Just remember, 8 is great. If you're getting an 8 point anything, it could be an 8.1 or an 8.8. It doesn't matter, it's a great score. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I actually do go down into the 2s and 1s. I've even gone down into the 0s. There have been a few songs, there have been a couple, not many, but there have been a couple who have even gone down into the 0s. So yes, I use the entire grading scale. So yeah, 8.4, it's a great score, and that is the score I feel this song deserves. So 8.4, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.